Hello everyone. Welcome to the cast. We're going to be casting EuroLeague Losers Finals now and then Grand Finals afterwards. Hope you guys are looking forward to that. My name is Koopa, or TheKoopaGuy, whatever you would want to call me, and I'm here with Drag. If you want to say hey.
Hello, everyone, and like Oop said, welcome to the cast. We got some EuroLeague action for you today, so I'm
Yes.
very excited because I kind of love this like regional stuff. Like you get to see some matchups you don't get to see in MKU, and like kind of a different meta. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of them because it's also like there's less. You don't know necessarily going in who's going to win because not all teams participate in these smaller leagues. Like World Friends Star, for example, isn't participating. So, it's a lot harder going in to predict, oh, well, I know what top four is going to be, or at the very least top six. So it's kind of cool. And also lets us highlight on cast some teams that generally don't always get casted. Like today, it's going to be Resemblance versus Gungnir for the losers finals. So, I mean,
Yeah, you wouldn't
kind of
see that in
interesting.
MKU like not
Yeah.
very often at least. So I really like this.
Yeah, they get one shot a season at maybe being the prime time because Gungnir is D4, Resemblance is D2, I think, or last season that's what it was if I recall correctly. So, uh, Resemblance are the favorites going in, but we'll see if Gungnir is able to do anything about that. So, do we have lineup sheets, or are we supposed to just read them out? Oh,
We
there they
do.
are. Okay. Yeah, Resemblance is using Tony, DG14, Kokode, Alex with 3 Es, Raul FG5, and Oscar MS. And we're going to be watching DG14. That's going to be that POV we're going to be using. Gungnir is using Winter, Sarata, Loic, Fast, The Max, and Texo. So, interesting.
Indeed, and if you look at like MKU this season, I remember wasn't Gungnir in a division finals this season, if I recall.
They won D4.
They won
So,
D4,
yeah.
and that's like, don't forget, that's actually pretty solid overall. Like,
Oh, yeah.
the level is definitely like evening up. I feel like in this game right now, so
Mhm.
D4 is no joke.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, I feel like because I was like this time last year, I was in D3, and like I feel like I haven't gotten any better. But like I feel like the rest of the community has definitely caught up. Like you see, like if you want to compare like lounge levels, if you want, like how being a gold level player almost means like being like division 5 now, instead of it used to be like if you were gold you were probably at a D2 standard. So yeah, I think it's definitely evening up, like especially divisions, like division 2 to 4 I think is getting a lot closer than it once was. So it should be exciting to see, hopefully. So yeah.
Yeah, and Resemblance made it to semis
Mhm.
in playoffs for D2. So I mean, they're obviously the favorites, but
Yeah.
Gungnir coming off a win, like that always gives you like the motivation boost. So I
Yeah.
have a feeling this will be actually closer than some people may think.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the fact that some of Gugnir's players have some pretty high level experience. Like Winter was in StarClan, Serato as well, and Tegzo was in Melodia. So we can't discount them being able to do some damage and maybe pull some weight. And I don't know about the other players. I know they were not low level players, they more like mid level players, like Division 5, 6. Which is that even mid div anymore because there's so many divisions now.
I mean, like Division 6 is probably high div now. Like the
Yeah,
community is growing so
that's
much.
that's that's top 33%, right?
Yeah.
Top third. That's crazy. I remember when that was bottom div, so that's insane. But
I mean,
anyway,
I did play like a bottom div D4 one time, so
yeah, same. I was in bottom div D4. That was crazy. Can't believe so yeah. Anyway, community's come a long way since 2017. But yeah, so it should be interesting. I'm hoping this is going to be a lot closer than what predictions might have us believe. Speaking of predictions, I think you have been able to bet your channel points this entire time if you so chose to. Don't know if everyone did that, but
it says a small favorite for Resemblance, but yeah, it's 9.1 against 4.5, so it's not that uneven.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing I know is that Gungnir can surprise teams. Like you can't say, oh, they're 2 divisions under us. It doesn't matter. Like they can surprise you. Especially it's like if you get caught off guard in the first few maps, you can completely get ruined. So we'll see how it goes for both teams. And Room should be up by now. Might even be starting soon.
We'll see if we have our point of view yet. Yes, we do. That's great. The stream was up a bit late, so I was a bit worried about that, but here it is, so...
Yeah. Only 9 in Room, and they have 5 minutes to get 12, which should be fine. That's what's funny. Sometimes, have you ever been in those rooms where it gets starts in like a minute and a half? Like it's 01 or 02, and it's like, alright, we're 12, start. That was always catch me off guard.
I feel like that only happens in like Japanese wars.
Or if you're in
Yeah, I feel like the West isn't like as good as the Japanese community to be on time, like in general.
Exclamation mark Jeff in the chat. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, I always found that funny how sometimes, I mean, generally speaking, there's always a few stragglers. Like, you know, normally like 10 or 9 to 11 people get in within 4 minutes, and there's like a few people that have to join. There's TheKoopaGuy that just joined. So we'll see if they're able to start soon. Otherwise, I don't know what else to say. America's Cup is tonight, right?
Indeed, I think it is. I'm not entirely sure though.
AC is over, actually. Never mind.
Oh,
completely out of the park. I thought they were at the same time. That's my bad. I'm not in either, so I had no clue. Inflow 1. Okay, or Inkling Feet, rather. Could use their proper name.
Yeah, Inkling Feet's been like they've been improving so hard lately. Like
and then they died.
Really,
so.
Yeah, it's been like really cool to see.
Yeah, but unfortunately they are no longer playing. They moved most of their players from Team 1 moved to Secret X, SX, which is John's team, and the players from Team 2, I'm not sure. I think some of them went to Higher Octave, if I recall correctly. Like Aaron, I think, did.
That would make sense, because those 2 teams have like kind of similar routes for some people at least. So.
Yeah, so that's how she goes. But yeah, we'll see how that happens. Who are we missing in Room? Can we like who do we have to tag? Oh, 11. One last member missing. Come on. I can't tell. I don't know whose me is whose. Like, I see Oscar MS Code. I think the me with the... Oh, that just left is a... That's Texo, okay. There we go. Should be everyone.
Let's go.
Oh. I'm going to be back in just a minute.
And we're gonna start. Like, I have no idea about spots right now, but maybe we'll see from the stage picks. I assume Resemblance have like better spots than Gungnir, but who knows? People are late. So yeah, we do see Resemblance point of view, so we'll see what kind of track they pick to kind of figure out what their plan is going into race 1. They are picking Wario Stadium, so I assume they have top 3, it seems, which would be beneficial track pick for them.
Yes, okay, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, Resemblance is host, I guess. That's what that means.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. All right, they get their pick too. It's nice. We'll see how they're able to, if they're able to keep their starting top 3, which is really, that's interesting. It's top bottom. You see that? Like the layout.
Yeah.
Like all on top and then all on bottom. Pretty cool.
I think I've only seen that like once or twice before. It's really cool when stuff like that happens.
But anyway, So this basically all relies on that's okay. DG14 going DG14 going wide there is pretty risky, but it seems like it works out. Only one of their players gets hit out, and they're able to maintain top 2 now. Now, barring any crazy shenanigans after this set, this should remain stable for the rest of the race, especially with this Shroom, and I think they're top 3 actually, if I saw Spanish flag. Yeah, Oscar is in 3rd. So this top 3 should remain, or at the very least the top 2 should remain for the rest of the race, barring Blue or Shock. So, yeah.
Yeah, this top 2 should definitely stay, like you say, but if Gungnir has some good team play and picks out one player at a time, like it's definitely not over yet, and a Blue will change the race a lot, like you said, so we'll see what happens.
We'll see. I don't know. Okay, was that?
We have no protection in 2nd.
Yeah, but Oscar's in 3rd, so that's confusing. I'm assuming that means they're top 4 now, actually. Because I don't know why Oscar would send a red on 2nd. I'm assuming DG's just going to hold this Shroom because there's no use in... Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say he's going to hold it in case of a Blue, but I guess not. Opted to just take the cut. I don't know
keeping expand that lead, I guess.
I think 3rd might be Gungnir now, because I saw people get hit out, but this top 2 has a pretty sizable lead on 3rd, so... And double protections in 2nd, this should be an easy top 2 for Resemblance. I guess it's up to Gungnir to minimize the damage of this top 2 as much as possible by finishing like 3, 4, 5 if they can, but we'll see if they're able to do that. Everyone's on Waluigi in room, so...
If you're a Gungnir fan right now, you definitely want to see like a bite on 3 for Resemblance or something like that. Or else it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, so let's see... Oh, brutal. Top 5-8 for Resemblance. Ouch. Okay, well, solid start for Resemblance there. I mean, they got the track pick and they did what they had to do. They kept top 2 at the start. They didn't bump each other. Only one person got hit, and the rest is, you know, top 2 stayed stable, and the rest of their players were able to hit out Gungnir. So, plus 36 already, right off the rip. So, good job to Resemblance for that one. We'll see if... oh, this track pick layout's so cool. Like, this is actually really cool.
This is the home team against the away team.
Yeah, this is actually sick.
Can't we have this, like, always?
Yeah. This would be really cool, though. I don't know if that'd ever be possible, but, alright, Music Park. Okay, so if like, right now, Gungnir really needs to hope that Resemblance bumps each other off first turn, because they're top 5, so Gungnir doesn't really have that chance to try and bump out the top spots. So again, like here, because they're starting in so many top spots, Resemblance should be able to keep at least a top 2 after first turn.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
If you're not in top 2 now, you may actually want to go a bit slower than usual, just to not... Yeah, this doesn't happen. Because the likelihood of that is actually quite big, because you get some lag spikes, you get some drafts, you get some different lines, and stuff like that just happens.
Yeah.
But now we got to see some play in the back. We didn't really see that last race, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. And I think Kokode, Tony, and DG14 that got knocked out of top spots, as far as I could tell. At least I think Kokode got hit. I don't know where he's at right now. I don't...
Be a solid top 2 for Resemblance if 2nd didn't get killed there.
Yeah, so I think Resemblance was actually... Yeah, I think you're right. Resemblance was able to keep first. This plant gonna do some damage. Okay, getting low, but getting... Oh, broke on the plant. Let's go. That's 3, 4, 5.
Like, at this level, you definitely have to just know that, hey, if I go in front of the plant, it will bite your red.
Oh yeah, of course. I think, I might be wrong, but I think Resemblance is basically everything behind first. Like, I think Gungnir is first. Oh, someone fell off, actually. They might be top 4 now.
Maybe lag.
I think that we're top 4. I think Alex is in first right now. And that's Tony and Kokode in 2-3, and obviously DG just got hit there, not able to catch a break. But
yeah, if you do not see any, oh, I think I saw Ari member in the back. Yeah, so I think Gungnir is first actually.
oh,
But there's Shock. Will they use it in boxes? Will they not use it?
okay, yeah, that's. I think
Probably
they.
not a bad idea.
Yeah, Raul dodged, which is huge because he basically just passed a bunch of Gungnir members. We'll see if Gungnir was able to keep first. Nope, not at all. Yeah.
Top 5,
Top 4.
Top 4, 6. Jeez.
Yeah.
Talking, it's hard.
Talking is difficult. Man, that's a huge race. I think that puts them at above 60, perhaps. Yes, puts them at 64-point lead after 2.
Nintendo 64.
Yeah. Oh man, that's really unfortunate. I think in last that was a Gungnir member fishing for Shock, and I think Resemblance pulled it, so they weren't able to do anything with it. Although I don't know where else Gungnir would have used Shock, so I don't know. I don't think it really matters. I think now Gungnir just really wants this cheese pick or this cheese land, because if they can't cut Resemblance's momentum somehow, then this is just.
We get Ice Ice. This is gonna be so hard for Gungnir.
Yeah.
This is a very hard track to catch up on if you don't get Shock. Like, if I was Gungnir now, I'd definitely just send someone to the back, like, almost instantly.
Yeah. I mean, especially on Ice Ice. For some reason, I don't know why, but Ice Ice has a pretty high Shock count. Just in general, even compared to, like, most tracks that are more running focused. So I'm kind of curious, like, if they just immediately bag for it because they think they can pull it immediately. And I think
it is a good draft track as well, though. So we may see them try to keep up for a while. Do you see Waluigi kind of behind? So maybe there's a member going for Shock already.
Okay, Tekzo able to sneak into this. I think this is the first time we're seeing that. The Resemblance lose top 2, if only for a brief moment in the war. Unable to trail Tegzo. So.
But we do see Gungnir in 4-5 as well, didn't we?
And there's the blue. This could be really good, potentially. Although, okay.
Fireflower, that's gonna be rough to deal with for Tegzo. If Toms get out of the way and we get it connects, and bye Gungnir.
Now DG's in first. He does have to watch out for Fast behind him. Tony's in third though, which offers him, if not a little bit of security, because that means Fast is going to be a little less ready to just chuck stuff at him. Oh, okay. 2-3 for Gungnir there. 1-4-5 for Resemblance. 1-4-5 everything actually. Gungnir is only 2-3. That is not good for them. And yeah, Kokode able to hit out Tekzo.
It's going to be so important for the 2 Gungnir members now to try to actually stay up there, because they definitely need to have points. And do we have Ari in first still?
Yes, that should still be Ari. Should be Raul. And I think Gungnir or Tekzo's going to get redded here, so this could be disastrous. These triple nanas are really good because they're able to keep Gungnir out of top 5, at least somewhat, but that's still a really good race.
So even if Gungnir got first there, which they didn't, I think.
No.
Oh, they got second and fourth.
Bottom 2 though. Well,
definitely the best race yet.
Yeah, for Gungnir, yeah, and I still think it's an over a 10-point loss too. So because they got bottom 2, this is really rough for Gungnir right now. Yeah, oh, actually, they lost the race by 8. So an 8-point win there for Resemblance. The best performance of Gungnir so far. Hopefully this marks the beginning of a comeback of sorts. Maybe Gungnir now, they don't have the goal of winning, but at least maybe maintaining a certain, I don't know, difference. Culcho asks, what was the worst stomp ever casted? I think it was HD versus XI, and HD got Shock like 11 of 12 races or something stupid like that, and HD won by 170, something like that. Or yeah, EU versus World Friend D1 finals was a pretty big stomp as well. So
yeah, it was pretty brutal if I recall correctly.
it was that was brutal. But yeah, otherwise there's a war. Yeah, Dylan. Yes, that is the war that XI repicked DEA 3 times because they were losing by so. But they were, I think, after 3 they were down 130, or not after 3. Sorry, with 3 left they were already losing, guaranteed. Or with 4 left, I think they were down 160 going into GP3, something crazy like that. So, or like 150 something, or like 140, something like that. But yeah, anyway, back to the race. DG is bagging. I did not see who was running at all, so I have no clue who's in first. Odd spot to use the bell. I'm surprised he just didn't hold it for the strat. Going for the shock after golden, maybe? No, I just got some of the bell.
It is lap 2, or the end of lap 1 when you use the bell, so you don't really want to keep it too far, because you definitely want to keep your items, like rotating and stuff like that.
Yeah, well now he holds this bell for sure. Oh, a single shrimp. That's brutal.
Ooh, unfortunate tire though for DG.
This is pretty bad. DG, I mean, sure he gets this bill strap, but a single shroom after a bill is pretty bad. I don't know what that means, because generally single shrooms means that it's replacing an item you should have gotten instead or something like that. So I don't know like what he should have gotten instead that made it so we couldn't get that he couldn't
maybe
have
a bell. No, a boo, I mean.
Perhaps. I don't know. Alright, this is an okay race for GE. I think that's like a tied-ish race. Resemblance only got 1-3 and basically nothing else, but GE getting last is gonna hinder their chances a bit there. So we'll see. That is a winning race for GE. Maybe this is the beginning of the comeback?
Whoa.
Plus,
I mean, it has been going the right direction. Like, it doesn't say too much though, because it was going pretty darn bad, sadly, for Gungnir in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, you remove those first 2 races, they're down 6, right? Like,
yeah.
So, you know, it's just very unfortunate that those first 2 races happened like right at the start. You almost would rather that those races happen at the end, you know? Like, you would rather get, like, I mean, I don't know. What would you think? Do you think it's better to get completely smacked at the beginning and then just have close races, or have close races the entire war and then get bopped?
I mean, it depends, like, for what reason you're asking. Like, for a cast, I love when it's tight all the way.
Oh, yeah, cast, of course. You love it when it's tight.
But, like, if you're a team being this far behind as Gungnir is now, and you make the comeback, that's, like, the best feeling.
True. They switched to the Streetle. I'm guessing someone was picking DS as well as DSBS. I've noticed this is a track Resemblance likes to pick. I don't know if there's if you know any other team that picks Subway.
I remember DVP was big on Subway back in the day.
Like back in 2015, or like.
Yeah.
Back in the day on Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U, DVP like. Subway.
Aside from that, I don't really see it too often now.
Dang. I know, well, a current DVP member, Tynan, used to TT this all the time, but I don't think he was a DVP on 8U, if I recall. I might be wrong on that. He would have to correct me, but anyway, I think the Rosalina is a Resemblance member, if I recall.
Yeah, Resemblance were the ones picking for the race, so who's definitely top 3 for Resemblance right now.
Yeah. And these shrooms are good, but he's gonna get redded. Or not, never mind. But yeah, top 3 for Resemblance. That link is a Gungnir member. Is there a shock and play? I cannot tell. I think someone didn't chain anything.
Do you have 2 bills? What does the last Waluigi have? If that's a shock, this could be really, really good for Gungnir, but I don't think it is, sadly. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it's a star that got used. No shock and play. Unless it just got pulled. There's the blue. Oh, the red
skips! Everyone!
The entire room. Yeah.
And
Aw.
the back next, so maybe we get a top 4 for RE. All the way
Dang.
Big. That actually gave them the top 4. That's a very good. That's a good play though for our.
I mean, yeah, that's a fantastic play. Very, very good idea to do that. But man, it's almost like it's unnecessary. Like you didn't have to do that, you know. Like turn the race from a plus 28 to a plus 30 for Resemblance. Resemblance up 100 after 5, on pace to go about win by 140 or so.
I mean, Resemblance are on pace to like win by 270 or something if this gets up.
Okay.
But I hope we don't see that.
Yeah.
I know Gungnir are definitely like not a bad team, so
Yeah.
hopefully they'll get some good races.
I'm worried though because I know we're not supposed to. I don't know if we're allowed to say this, but I know Gungnir has players that are currently playing right now in the team that are very tiltable. They get tilted easily, and I'm kind of worried that now that they're down over 100, or well, they're down 100, that they've just basically lost sight of the match, and they just no longer, they just aren't focusing anymore on playing the game. So it'd be unfortunate if that happens. I have a feeling that it's already happened. Probably after race 1 or 2, they were already tilted, perhaps. And considering him getting backed on the line there, and maybe from his perspective, it was completely unnecessary, and that's so stupid. Why'd they do that? Oh my god! And that just, you know, compounds the call. So hopefully for Gungnir's sake, they're able to keep the mentality on point and maybe make this closer. Maybe instead of maybe shooting for sub 100, not losing by 100, that's possible. So
I mean, Gungnir can definitely still win. That's the thing, though.
Oh
like,
yeah.
We're not even halfway.
Yeah, not even halfway. But they need a big race soon to flip momentum in their favor, or else that might just like sure, like they could win this next, like they could win second half by 20, but if they're down 130, then you know it's not enough, right? So we'll see. Missing the chain there, that probably actually would have been shock, not gonna lie, considering you have the golden. So I don't know. Is he specifically going for shock, or is he just making sure that Gungnir doesn't get it for free?
It does seem like they are indeed just making sure Gungnir doesn't get it, or maybe getting it themselves. Because I do see both teams having 2 people in the back.
Yes. Yeah, Serrato and Loic are back here, along with DG, and I think that was Tony? I don't know.
And I think it's the correct play when you're up this much as well. Like,
oh yeah.
If you can get a shock, you're sure the other team won't get a good race, stuff like that. And, I'd really like the build on this track. I feel like it's so good in this section coming up.
Yeah. Oh, he missed the box though. That's brutal, because if he had like triple shrooms here. Interesting choice to try and stop with the plant. I guess he just didn't see that he had a bill in his hand.
Most likely not that. They get the shock dodge, and no! Hitting a green bell or something.
What? Okay. This is actually going to be the first major... Oh!
And another shock! Who's in the car?
I think that was a Gungnir member. I think this is the first of... Oh, Kokode's still keeping first.
Very good race for Gungnir, though.
Still a good race. Still a good race. I thought Gungnir was getting top 4 there. Because if they did get top 4, that would have been huge. Because that would definitely have been the momentum shifter they needed. But... hang on, let me just...
Was that a double shock for Gungnir, do you think?
Yes, well, it must have been. I don't know... I don't know how... Like, I don't know why Resemblance would use the shock there. I didn't see... I'm pretty sure the person who dodged, who passed, DG on the line was
Also don't remember.
Serrata or something. So
yeah. But yeah, hopefully for Gungnir they can get a track pick now to capitalize on their pretty like top heavy spots. They have 2 through 5 or 2 through 6.
2 through,
So,
well, 2 through 4, then 6.
oh,
But yeah.
sorry, yeah.
But yeah, anyway. Okay, we're getting Dolphin Shoals, another Streetle track. We've gotten 3 in a row so far, and there's less and less people on Streetle as it goes on, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, I've been like never really liked the real switching in Wars personally. Like I see why people do it, but
yeah,
there's only a 50% chance that it's actually good. So
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, well, for me, I only do it when I know the track is either like a bagging track, like desert, or well, the Cheeseland or like Yoshi Circuit or something like that, where like I know like the vehicle combo I'm on doesn't really matter that much, and like the other pick is like Dolphin Shoals or Bowser City or something with like no anti-gravity, so that it doesn't matter as much.
And we do see 2 Waluigi's in the back, probably going for shock. I assume 1 from each team.
Yeah, probably. They're not using anything, which is interesting. Oh, that guy just used a star way before set. Okay, now they're stopped on set. There goes a bill. That might indicate a shock after it. That Link did not use anything. Has not used... Oh, never mind, there's a star. Never mind. I was gonna say that's probably a shock, but guess not.
Yeah, 50 Resemblance to 4. I don't really know who's in first, but good snipe by DG. Giving RE at least 2-3, maybe top 3.
Solid glider strat there. Oh, they're redding first, so I'm guessing that means that...
shock. Maybe slightly early. If it was a Gungnir shock, but it seems to be an RE shock, so it was actually perfectly timed for RE.
Yeah.
And we have an RE top 4 now. This is it's kind of just looking rougher and rougher for Gungnir.
Yeah, and DG...
They always look rough.
Yeah, and then DG got the red, so he was able to throw it at Serrata in first to make sure that he got nailed even harder. This fire gonna do some damage, but yeah, I would have held my green for a bit there, but it's gonna do some damage, but not really much of anything. And I think
couldn't stop with this horn here. I would probably do some damage to Gungnir, yeah. Especially mentally.
Yeah. Mostly, yeah, top 3, 6, 10, 11. Jeez. RE is top 5 overall. They're all above 50, I think. That's what I saw.
Yep, I do think that's what we saw. Oh, so we're back to a plus 100.
It's like plus
yeah.
16 race.
I don't know, like what do you do as Gungnir now to like motivate yourself like mentally? Cause it's a single match. Like there's no game 2. There is you're out of the tournament if you lose this. It's just
I think as Gungnir, there's a few approaches they can have. They can either pump themselves up to try and come back, or they can take the L. They can just take the L. They can go, you know what? We're losing this event. Let's try to have some fun, right? Let's try to, pick tracks that we think are fun. Focus on, just enjoying ourselves for this event. We're losing by 116 going into the last 5, or 108 rather, for the last 5 races. And just, going, you know what? We'll just have fun for the rest of this war. We got 3rd in EuroLeague. That's good. It's podium. We'll see the approach they choose. I think if they don't get a really good race here, I think that might just be what Gungnir does. Like, if Resemblance is up by over 90 going into the last GP, I think it's pretty safe to just call it.
Yeah, we're kind of starting to approach that point where if Gungnir doesn't win this race, it's kind of just over.
Yeah. Which sucks to say. I was hoping for something a little closer, but that's just how it is sometimes. We'll see if he's able to get shock here.
Position seems to be pretty good for it, honestly.
Yeah, maybe a golden. Okay, it's just. There's only one GE. Not going for the chain, that's an interesting choice. Using the star there too is also interesting. A lot of Resemblance up there, you can tell there's a lot of Gungnir back here.
I mean, Resemblance probably had some other people in the back as well, so maybe they just figure out, like, hey, DG just... there's a Shock in 10th in the pack!
Yeah, and he has a bill before it though, which is really weird. He's gonna bring this up to 5th. Oh, Alex has a bill in 6th. Activate Shock? Yeah. Okay, that dodges Texo, but at this point I don't think Resemblance cares. And
All-Star did lose some spots to Gungnir there, but it doesn't really affect the match too much, I think. But, 1, 3, 6, 8?
Yeah, it's like a +4, I think, for Gungnir there, something like that. I don't know.
It's a pretty tight race, like, overall.
Oh, yeah. Especially because Gungnir got first, I should be in the... Oh, it's a tie race. Yeah. If Gungnir wants to win, they have to win the races by an average of 27 points per.
And that's like a top 4.
Tie. And that's to tie, actually. Which...
That's like a top 4 no bottom spots.
Yeah, top 4 like 6, 7 or something. I think no, top 4, 6, 7 is brutal. That's like over a 30. But
yeah,
I mean that's what they want. They want 30-point wins. And yeah, I think Resemblance is now also just doing we won already. They're picking DEA. Well, actually, for their spots, DEA is not that bad. But
I mean, DEA is like a track my clan likes a lot, at least. But usually for us, like a catch-up track and front running for first kind of deal. As I understand.
DEA is an interesting one, I find, because I used to think it was just Baby Park with ramps, but then I realized that it's 3 laps long instead of 7, and that means it's a longer track, so it's not as bad as Baby Park with ramps. But yeah, it's a weird track. Like you can easily run it because really there's only 2 shortcuts, and they don't save that much. Like it's these little grass cuts here. So
yeah, it's definitely a track where I don't see people going for Shock as often because you can't really afford to be that behind on this track because you can't really save much time on cuts, like you said.
But Shock is still extremely powerful on this. It should be noted.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, but only if you like, are super far behind from like lap 1. I feel like.
Yeah, dropping out so that Raul can just unload these triple reds on them. It's just being rude.
None of them connecting it seems though, so proper defensive play by Gungnir there to avoid the reds, it seems.
This is a really good chain for DG14 here. Triple greens after shrooms in like 3rd, like that's busted. He takes 1 shroom here and just holds these. Oh, fired.
So what do you do? Oh, another fire. But yeah, it seems maybe a shroom. Yeah, a shroom. Not bad.
Oh, blue.
But the blues definitely doesn't stay in the middle of this track, so it can be hard to avoid at times.
Yeah, especially when you're going off a ramp, you have no way to realign yourself. You just have to take the L when you land.
Yep.
But not tricking off the ramp there was interesting. No item here for DG, so he's probably going to get a bad race, but otherwise...
Yeah, basically last place for DG here. If DG doesn't pull some fire though, that can do some damage.
That is an Texo.
But it's not bad, but it's not good enough.
It's not good enough at all. Like that's a close race. Like they're like the only races that Gungnir's winning, if they're winning them at all, is like plus like less than 10, which is just not enough. Yeah, like they just lost the race by like that was a +4 for Gungnir. Like if they want to keep it within mathematical tying range, Gungnir needs to get a +24 here to mathematically be able to tie with 2 top 6s afterwards, which is, you know, a fairly tall task.
Indeed.
Like I just don't think that's gonna happen, unfortunately. And I think Gungnir's at that point.
Would that be like a 36 or something average for the last 3 races as well for a win?
+30. No, about 30. 36? Maybe? I think 36 is right. Is it?
I think so.
No.
35.
100. It's in the 30s for sure, though. Yeah.
But we'll see. We get bone dries. Very shock-heavy track, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not the track I want to see if a team is rarely within the mathematical limit to make a comeback as the winning team. Because shock is just so powerful here.
Mm-hmm.
And in these situations, if you're Gungnir, you kind of just have to let Resemblance run and hope you get the shot off. Like, what else can you do?
Yeah. But, I mean, at this point, Gungnir would be like, oh, we'll just all run, it doesn't matter. We lost. Right. That could be their idea right now. I mean, even if they win this track by a good amount, they win this track by 16. That's a good race. They lost, mathematically. So it's like, I don't know. Like, at this point, I think Gungnir just takes the fact that they got third to EuroLeague, losing to 2 Spanish teams. Just live with it. It's funny. Oscar's, is that a TheKoopaGuy to me? Is that what I'm seeing? Is that P Gaita? Oh, man.
Where, though?
TheKoopaGuy to Oscar. I think he's using a TheKoopaGuy to me.
Oh. I haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, Paco's a legend, honestly.
For sure.
But anyway, apparently Oscar's been doing relatively poorly compared to the rest of Resemblance in terms of indivs, and Sarada in chat said that Oscar deserves it, so a little mean, but I can understand the rage, I guess, or the mentality. Probably not the strongest, but hopefully Gungnir still enjoyed the rest of the tournament other than this match. But
I mean, hopefully they enjoy this match as well. Like,
it's hard to enjoy.
Oh, there's a shot. That's a start.
Getting him onto glider set though, so.
Oh, another one.
What? Double shocks. Sarada coming up, getting first, but no, this is. I mean, okay, no, like Tony's getting second. It's over. Like, no, it's over. Rip DG. He got last, but that's basically it. Yeah, 2-3's enough to seal it. So GG's to Resemblance. They have the wonderful honor of playing against RK after this. RK that beat World Friend Star by 4 points in finals, if we recall correctly. So
match number 2 in the grand
yes, it was match 2. So yeah. Yeah, see, like there's the Pipping Baby Park. You see that? It's a TheKoopaGuy to me. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. But yeah, so that's an L. Yeah, up 92. I think if you're GE, you try to keep it under 100, maybe. Like, try and play with that.
Yeah. Make it look respectable, kind of thing.
Yeah, make it look respectable. Yeah, I mean, if oh, Baby Park though. If like they lose by 60 instead, it might look like it wasn't as much of a blowout as it was for most of the event. But yeah. All right, so track 47 of 48 on the worst list, or 48 of 48 depending on my mood.
I mean, what track do you think can compete against this one? I'm fairly interesting.
I mean, I think Toad's Turnpike is pretty garbage, but I don't know if it's as bad as this.
I just kind of wish, like, it went back to, like, the double dash kind of deal where, like, we have giant Koopa shells just going everywhere on this track, because at least that made it, like, unplayable for everyone, and not just for some.
instead of just being unplayable for first, it's unplayable for everyone. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if tracks could go across them, if, like, shells could go across the middle and stuff, that could be interesting, but I think they did that for balancing reasons. Well, actually, on 8U, it probably could have worked fine, but 8D, that would have been insane, because there's 12 items in play at a time, or 24, potentially.
24, yeah.
Yeah. Double Ds. DG just running in first on Baby Park. The lounge player's dream of just being able to run this. Holy
Where
crap.
Just keep it first.
Nice.
And I don't know how I haven't mentioned this yet, but I've been kind of laughing to myself because it's called El Losers Finals, and that means the Spanish Grand Finals will be El Grand Finals. Because it's EL.
Nice. Hell, grand finals. Our final. Is there any Spanish people in chat that can confirm that finals is a masculine noun? I know there are some of you. I see you typing. Just is it?
Yeah, I have no idea
Is it
if it's
El Final? I think it is, or El
Could
Finale. I don't remember, but
could be one of those. It sounds pretty right. Or pretty correct, I mean, and we do see the DP3 repick. Most likely not gonna happen, but it doesn't really matter at this point.
Finale is feminine too. Dang, so it's La Finale. Well, I guess in French it's Finale. Yeah, French it's feminine too, but I wasn't sure because sometimes it's different.
Yeah, it happens, but they are related as languages. So
Yeah.
some things carry over, I guess.
Bungla Deka. Alright. DK Jungle to do the ultimate race, because that's what the direct translation of that is in in English. Good job to Resemblance. No 600 for them though. They won't be able to do that. Max they can do is 562. But...
Yeah, if you take the first two races out of the equation, Gungnir only lost by like under 40 or around 40. So it's like it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, looking at the races, there's race 1, race 2, and race 5 that they really just took huge L's. And the rest of it's, you know, I mean, plus 16, plus 10, that's pretty brutal, but, like, they won 3 races, tied 1, so they didn't do too bad overall. Especially considering, like, while, yes, like, Division 2 to 4 is a lot closer than it used to be, it's still Division 2 to 4. Like, Resemblance has a lot of experience, in D2. I mean, they made semis this season. The season before, they made finals. And their players in general have been, you know, relatively high level for a long time, whereas Gungnir is a much newer team in that sense. So...
But yeah, like, I just want Gungnir to know that if you just take three races out of this equation, it's actually a pretty tight war. So for like 80% of the time, they kept up with a Division 2 team, and nice shot dodge from DG. Like to see that.
The top 2 dodged in the hole, keeping the banana and bomb in first. Just to rub it in. And yeah, there is a Luigi and a villager in room. Delta, is that you? Did Delta get unbanned and sneak back in? I don't know. Someone is going for shock for some reason. You saw that someone was stopping him first set. I don't know. Like, I feel like if you're already losing, going for shock, like, go for indivs. You know, treat yourself. Go for the indivs. You don't have to go back for shock. But anyway.
I mean, it depends. If you wanna keep it as close as possible, you definitely go for the shock.
I guess, but
I mean, if the W is the only thing that matters, then yeah.
Alright. That was it. The shock was used, by the way, at the end there, so that's interesting. I don't know, I'm assuming that was a Gungnir shock, but...
I think it was an RE shock.
It actually was an RE shock.
Yeah.
Jesus. 99 for Tony, rip.
Very close to a hundo, but the most important point was lacking, so...
That's a 43 for Oscar. Man, Oscar had a brutal event. But yeah, GG's to Resemblance. GG's to Gungnir for finishing in 3rd. That's good. Podium is good. You know, he may have gotten smacked here, but yeah, that's how she goes sometimes. You just gotta take the L on the chin, and you know, that's how it is. And next after this, in about 10 minutes or so, we'll be casting RK versus RE. RK being the team that went to Grands through winners. So if you guys are looking forward to that, I will be hopping off the mic and Holy crap. Galley. Jeez, I lost his name for a second there. Galley will be replacing me. So look forward to that.
Yeah, and I'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes with Galley, as TheKoopaGuy said. And yeah, we'll see if Gungnir are able to reset the bracket or maybe even win against RK. I do think it's going to be rough though.
Yeah. We'll see. Anyway, bye guys. See you guys then.
See ya.